It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
Boom, ticka, boom, ticka, boom, ticka, boom, ticka, boom. Show starting now. What?
All right. Welcome back again, people, to another fun fucking filled episode of Operation Babble.
Yes, welcome peoples, welcome animals, welcome vegetables.
People of all are creatures and things of all masses. How about that?
Did you just assume my race? And I meant my human race. How's it going, man?
It's going. So we are not talking about all the bullshit from Comic-Con because it's been a long time since then already.
That would have required if I paid any attention to any of this shit from
Right.
Comic-Con.
So
Marvel's fucking phase what? 5, 4,
4.
4.
So,
Boy,
you
big
just
who
brought
cares?
something up, bro. Can I say, people are taking this post that Ryan Reynolds posted, and like, because he said Phase 5, everyone is like, it's an Easter egg. He's gonna be in Phase 5. Deadpool's in
Christ.
Phase 5. I'm like, guys, he's acting as Deadpool. He's fucking around, just saying random shit. Anything he's ever posted really doesn't mean anything as
Or
far
he's
as
like-
I've known. Like,
Or he slipped up. That could be a fuck up. Or like,
yeah,
or even then, it's like, yeah, and who cares?
that's also one of those characters, though, too, that since the MCU has the rights to it now, they could totally use that to fuck more with people because Deadpool is always like, here's this, and this,
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. Did everybody see that Deadpool was in Spider-Man Far From Home?
He was?
You might think so now that I said it, huh?
Okay. No, I didn't see it. I believe it. I'd like to believe it. I still want that deleted scene where they both have to go to Vormir and get the Soul Stones. That'd be fucking hysterical. I want that. I want that real bad.
Dude, so something did come out, though, that I want to talk about. The Jay and Silent Bob reboot trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That is, like, nerdgasm. My nerd boner is, like, hard for it. Like, so much nostalgia for the 90s right there. And any Kevin Smith movie you've seen. Like, any of his movies. Not
Pretty
just,
much.
like, the View Askew movies, but all of them.
Yeah.
And he even got Affleck to come back, bro.
I know. He got Affleck. Dude, he got all kinds of fucking people in
Dude.
this thing.
I listened to him tell the story about how he got Affleck back 4 different times on 4 different shows. Like, I watched his Comic-Con panel.
Yeah.
He did the Fat Man Beyond, and then he did Hollywood Babble. Has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
And then just some random interviewer guy from the con, and he was talking about it. And dude, every time he talks about it, I'm like, this makes me happy in so many fucking ways. Like, because he's like telling, like, I got my friend back. You can tell he wants to cry every time he talks about it too. But
Yeah.
he's probably used to being like, I'm always fucking crying. Like,
Yeah,
dude's
right?
tear ducts have to be dried up or something.
No shit.
No offense, Kevin Smith. I love you.
I love you. I wish I could feel.
Hey,
Nah, look-
hey, I did. I confessed to crying at the unicorn store, and I heard
Fucking-
that you kind of just
Wow.
watched it, right?
What a segue. Yeah, I actually watched it yesterday. It's a movie. No, to be completely honest, I think, dude, that movie got a lot of hate.
Did they? I hadn't
it
seen
really did.
anything like any like real hate for it. Of course, I didn't go looking because I
I
had
was
my
gonna
own
say
opinion.
somebody did not go on YouTube.
No. Usually when I
No.
like something a lot like that,
Mhm.
I just push everybody's opinions aside. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
See, my thing is when I really like something, I want to hear everybody's opinion. I'm like, I have to know.
See, I'll
like,
do that for like something that I know like everybody's going to have an opinion for, like the Marvel movies. Everyone has an opinion about that, or like Arrowverse, or pretty much the like main pop culture type things that are out there. But like when they're like little indie films, I'm like, I liked it. I don't give a fuck what you like.
Well, it's funny that people call it an indie film. It's got fucking Sam
Yeah.
Jackson and Brie Larson in it, and like 2 other solid actors. It's like, and Netflix funded it. It's like it's indie. Come on.
Did
Come
they
on now.
fund it? I thought she did that by herself, and then Netflix picked it up because she took it to some festival back in 16 or 17 when it came out.
Sure.
And
why
then
not?
Netflix picked it up in 2000 and
But once you sell the
19,
rights,
18?
I mean, once you sell the rights to it, you make your money.
yeah.
I don't know. It was I mean, I totally get why people like it. The big idea of like the failed artist who like can't quite make it or whatever. I'm like, I don't they show that off like once in the entire movie.
Mhm.
And then we never really talk about that again, so I'm not sure why people project so hard on that.
They kind of have it like her parents are also like, you know, you're basically just wasting your life away too, doing what she's doing
I don't
until
know
she
that
gets
they-
that like real job thing going on and stuff.
I don't even know that her parents really do that. They're like overly. I mean, this is Millennial, the movie. Like that's what.
Yeah.
This
Oh
is.
yeah.
You know, she's living at home with her parents, but her parents are super like supportive, but overly supportive. So I guess people act like that's a problem. I'm like, I don't know. She went to the art school. She's back. Regardless of what she was choosing to do, the parents were still kind of like, it's okay. We'll do this. So
Until she started to build stuff.
and then Dopinder shows up. That's funny. But, I mean, it's because she's got all this material in the house and she's building stuff, and some strange dude that they've never met is building something in their property. It's kind of like, well, yeah, they want to know what's going on. And then when she's very secretive about it, you know, they start to get worried for her. It's like, well, is she crazy? And the movie makes you do that. Like, everybody, like, a way a lot of these people are written, I'm like, are they on the fucking spectrum? Like, they're all stunted human beings. Like, everybody seems like there's something wrong with them until you have her parents at the campfire scene, which is one of the better scenes in the movie. You know, where you find out they're not as naive as they've been playing off the entire time. Like,
Right.
They're actually extremely observant and pay attention, and they're not just hyperbolic versions of themselves. They actually are people. I thought that was really good. And then Virgil is easily my favorite character in this movie. Like, because he plays the straight man. Like, that's the whole point. And the hard part is like, I think I even texted you while I was watching it. I couldn't figure out if the guy who's playing Virgil is actually a phenomenal actor or a really shitty one. Because all these other characters are like really weird and like because even Gary, the vice president, who I guess is like a sexual harasser type character, at least that's what the dialogue and what people say about him, which again never comes up in the movie except for like, ever. He just speaks in a really monotone voice, so I'm like, okay, I get it. This is kind of his character. I think they're trying to do like an a la like Office Space thing, like yeah, that'd be great, that kind of thing.
A stapler. Give me a stapler.
Yeah, so well, I was talking more of the boss, like the
I know, but
yeah, I fucking love that movie.
No,
so like
if you're curious about his acting, dude, I suggest watching The Get Down.
You said he's in,
because he plays Grandmaster Flash in that, and it's a period piece too, so you get to really see acting.
Too?
I don't believe so.
That was the one I wanted to see, but
Dope.
I can't remember.
Which one was Dope?
It was on Netflix. I think it's like a bunch of teens like find a bag with like money or drugs or something.
Oh, I've never seen that. No.
It looked really good. It's a
No,
Netflix
the
movie, I
the
think.
Get Down was a good one, because it takes place in the 70s in the Bronx when like hip hop was coming up and shit.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but he's like he plays this straight man with him, and there's a scene with him and Brie Larson when they're in the restaurant,
Mhm.
and she finally confesses like what he's building. It's like, oh, it's a bar, it's for a unicorn, and like
Yeah.
all this, and he's like, wait, what? And he's trying to play it off with her, and like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, okay,
He kind of plays like a very monotone type character in the movie.
yeah,
where
that's
it's
what I was
like
thinking.
just very dry, very like he seems like he's just, he's going with the flow because he sees she's going through this kind of like weird life crisis thing or some shit.
Well, and
So-
it's like he just met her and she's a little off, but he doesn't quite care. And then it's just kind of like the
Yeah.
more he dives in, the more he realizes, oh, okay, this isn't normal. I need to pay a little more. We're not just having fun here. Like there is something going on. And like she keeps telling him about the unicorn, and the waitress comes by and it's like, are we ready to order? He's like, oh, not even close.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh shit, this is cool. And then she takes him to the store or whatever, and it's not there, and they have a really
Yeah.
good scene. And I really honestly believe that the movie picks up about 40 minutes in. Literally at the halfway mark, the movie is actually.
Come on, you
feels
didn't
better.
dig Samuel L. Jackson like showing off all the shit?
No, I hated that. I think Sam Jackson is fucking retarded.
The movie was like kind of in the place where I at first, like for a while, I was like, is this like a dream thing? Like, is this literally just inside her fucking head? Like
Yeah,
the
it was-
whole
it was-
time, I was just like, I can't tell. And
The
that
whole
made
thing
it
is
so much
confusing.
better for me because I love shit like that. It's like
The whole
I don't
thing was
fucking know.
confusing. I was telling Hannah, I go, it's really funny that a lot of the underlying stuff is about art and like thinking outside the box or
Yeah.
willing to be different, that kind of stuff. And it's really avant-garde type stuff. Like
Yeah.
that's what this movie kind of is. It's supposed to be kind of
It's kind of like
artsy, and
you can be. I mean, everyone's gonna have their own takeaway from the movie, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh, yeah.
depending on how in depth you really look at it, or like the type of person you are and shit like that.
well, and the movie is
So
extremely vague,
it's
and it doesn't
super
really answer
vague,
anything.
and there's some points in there too that are like right in your face, like. Like, he's teaching her like fucking to do spoilers for the movie.
Yeah.
Again. He's teaching her to do like finances and stability and shit like that. Things you have to do as a grown adult.
Mhm.
And she just wants to do like this art stuff and this, and she just wants her fucking unicorn and all that. So, you kind of get the take you kind of get the takeaway that it's like, the movie showing us like what it's like to be like that artist type, or is it showing you, hey, grow the fuck up, you need to take care of this, this, and this if you want to be able to do this, this, and that? Because the
I
whole
think-
point is her being able to be responsible for the unicorn.
I think the movies, it just played on a lot of metaphors. And
Yeah.
a lot of like,
Oh yeah.
and again, it was so vague. I think my biggest problem is that it was trying to do all this artsy shit, and the movie wasn't artsy in any way. Like, it was really meh. I was just like, I was watching it the whole time. I was kind of bored, or I was confused, and I think if they would have been a little more stylistic, it would have made more sense. Like, like the camera angles and like the lack of lens use is just lame.
Yeah.
It's like, like those scenes like when she's with Samuel L. Jackson, those would be a good time to maybe like do some wider shots or like do some weird.
It's interesting because when you watch the movie, like, I'm not sure of the budget on that movie or anything, but they kind of try to shoot it like they didn't have any money to shoot it.
Yeah, I could see that. I could
And-
see it being cheap. Well, and it's like I said, it felt kind of cheap. And then,
Yeah.
but then they would do really random shit, like in a scene that was just going on. It was kind of boring and nothing going on. They just switched to handheld all of a sudden, and like, so the camera's like moving around a ton.
Yeah.
She's just laying in a bed, and then all of a sudden we just cut to like a medium close up of her, and it's on a tripod again. And it's like why the hell did we just do 5 minutes of handheld? That just makes no sense. And it was just really jarring. And I don't know. Like I said, the ending fuck the ending. Oh my god. It would have been nice to have anything like really answered.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't think it's a bad movie. I absolutely see the things that people got out of it. I think it's just because they tried to do these like weird hyperbolic one-dimensional characters that everybody could find something relatable about them.
Mm-hmm.
So you could figure it out. Like I said, I think the reason why I like Virgil and the parents is because they feel like the only characters that got fleshed out. And yeah, because like we still, even by the end of the movie, we don't know Brie Larson's character's like, is she insane? Is this all real? Is this all fake? What is happening?
Right.
And the lack of definitive stuff, I think, makes the movie seem cheap and badly written. Is it entertaining? Yeah, sure. Are there some metaphors and themes in it that everybody can relate to? Yeah, absolutely. So I would say, I don't know, if you're willing to be bored for about 30 minutes, yeah, I'd watch it. I mean,
yeah,
I would never pay any money to see it other than like Netflix.
I mean, that's the only place it's at anyways. I mean,
Is
I'm
it?
sure because Netflix has it. It's a Netflix original. So, I mean, besides when Netflix actually puts them out on DVD and shit like that.
Well, see, that's why I was curious if they do a DVD run.
Sometimes, like, because I know there's shows they put on DVD. I'm not sure about their movies. It would be smart for them to do.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It'd be dumb not to.
Because I know they
used to
started
send
doing
discs
it
to our
with
house
like
for fuck's
Stranger Things, I think, was the first one they started putting on DVD. Just because, why the fuck not?
Also, to be fair, I mean, that's a TV show. I mean, you could do box sets and all kinds of goofy ass shit with that. It's like
you sell them with the Demigorgon, little Demigorgon figure and shit. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So why did you watch it though?
I'm bored. I was hoping it was going to be interesting. A lot of people. Well, and you talked about it a bunch. So then I was curious. I went online and I wanted to see like what the approval ratings of it and stuff. And like I said, a lot of people were bashing it, and I'm like, what? I was like, okay.
A lot of people attacked, because I know Netflix came out with a statement not that long ago defending Brie Larson and stuff because people attacked Brie Larson's like directing and stuff in the movie, which, I mean, it was her first directorial debut. Yeah. So, I mean, you give a little leeway for some people like that. It's not like she was Ben Affleck. She wasn't going to come out the gate with like the best fucking
Argo
thing.
or some shit.
Yeah, so... And again, oh my God, I didn't mean to compare her to a man, but
that's funny.
So,
this is a man's world.
But no, like, I mean, I think a lot of it also stems from people just wanting to attack Brie Larson for being Brie Larson. So then they attack the movie.
I would absolutely agree. As much as I don't particularly like her.
Yeah.
She's much better in this movie than Captain Marvel. Holy shit. She actually emotes and does stuff here.
Yeah.
She didn't write it, so that kind of helps. Yeah, the directing was a little bland. And again, I think that might be, some of it might be she either was kind of a layman when it comes to the technical aspects of it, or she just didn't have a good cinematographer. Because again, movie was just very meh. So
yeah.
No, I was just sitting around. I was bored. I finished Umbrella Academy, and I was like, well, I got another like hour and a half to kill. And the movie's only like an hour and 17 minutes. Like it's not that long.
So what'd you like? Well, I guess you could just talk about Umbrella Academy actually, because we didn't actually talk about it on here, have we?
No, I
didn't talk about any of it. So.
I only talked about the one episode I watched because I wanted to get started, and then it took like a month because then I got stuck in Stranger Things, and then movies came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say with the Unicorn Store, I mean, people like numbers, so I'm just gonna do it. I said 5 out of 10.
We don't do numbers.
But if people are, I'm like, I don't know. If you got an hour and 15 minutes to kill, and you don't like her, and you don't like Brie Larson, I was like, I'd give this a watch. I mean, it would
even
really
if
help
you don't like her acting in the MCU. Her acting is a lot better in this.
Or you don't like her in general. I'm like, it's like,
See, I don't really care for her as a person, but
Yeah.
I can get over it with the characters. I
Exactly,
don't look
care.
at people like I can still go and watch what's his name, Kevin Spacey, in all this shit. I'm not gonna look at those characters as being whatever he was accused of and all that.
Or
shit.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
Tom
I'm
Cruise,
still gonna
he's
go
goofy
and
as
watch
shit, but, like,
Weinstein movies. You know, the
Yeah.
Weinstein Company did a shit ton of movies. Am I just not gonna watch them because of their personal, take on
dude,
shit?
he's kind of the reason why Kevin Smith exists. So yeah, there
He's
you
the
go.
reason why a lot of people exist, dude.
This is also true.
And a lot of the girls will say why, but
Oh man, I'm not touching that one. I don't want to be a Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, so I finished Umbrella Academy yesterday as well. And that's good. That's a good show, man. That's some good shit. I do have a problem with, I believe it's episode 7. It was 7 or 8, I can't remember. So obviously spoilers for Umbrella Academy if you haven't seen it yet. To be fair, the fact that it hasn't been spoiled for me was incredible.
I tried my hardest not to spoil for anybody because I was like, this is fucking sweet.
It's really good. It was like they had a 2-episode run, and it's funny because there's only 10 episodes, I believe. And
yeah, there's 10 episodes,
and 2 of them are fucking almost unwatchable. I think it was 7 and 8. I want to say it was 7 and 8. It's when 5 is he's like working for the Time Bureau. I'm just gonna call him the Time Bureau.
Yeah, that's
when
what I
he's,
did the whole time because they didn't
yeah.
really give him a specific name or anything.
No, they were just like the company or the agency
Yeah.
or something. And 5 kind of fucks him over and then goes back in time again.
So that would have
and
been
pretty sure it was
episode 6 was the day that wasn't. That's when that's the one that happened, but nothing in that episode fucking matters. Because
Exactly.
then 5 comes back at the end, and then it goes into
Negates it.
episode 7.
Which was my problem because the episode beforehand was probably one of the best episodes in the entire show.
You only say that though because they were like coming to conclusions with characters and shit like that. But one could also say
What? Conclusions?
not conclusions. Like they were developing more into their characters. How about that?
So I'm annoyed that all these
relationships.
characters had a really fucking awesome development in all of their personalities, and then we completely negated it, and then had an empty bullshit episode that had some
Because
of the
of-
worst acting and everything.
Because of time travel.
It was fucking awful because easily one of my favorite characters in the show is
Did they end game you, bro?
pretty much that's totally kind of what it felt like. Klaus is my fucking dude.
Mhm.
I love him, and it also does not hurt that I love the actor because I saw him in Misfits and he's fucking incredible. But he's easily one of the best actors in the show, like absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I liked his character and 5's.
Him doing the.
I guess I just like shows with characters that they're just named after numbers, you know? Stranger Things, Umbrella Academy.
I guess, yeah.
It's a Netflix thing, probably. Next show, they're just going to be named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, actually,
they
in
also-
this one,
well, they
that's
had
what
numbers.
their names were.
Yeah, and they also have real names too.
In the comics, like if you look at the list in the comics, it's literally 1 through 7.
Well, number 1 is also Luther.
Yeah.
I don't remember what 5's actual name is. I don't know if they ever say it.
They didn't give him a name
I don't think so. So
because he disappeared before the rest of them got names. So
yeah, it hurt. He did the Vietnam stuff, and the storyline with him and Dave was really good, and he was just learning all this stuff about himself, and like Diego's a really cool character. I like him a lot. Really diverse, everything. Again, you hit all the fucking check boxes, and it all felt right.
Yeah.
All worked. Couldn't believe I'd actually like Mary J. Blige for the most part in this movie. Hazel and Cha-Cha.
yeah.
I fucking love Hazel, by the way. Like, I fucking love their dynamic. I think it was such a cool thing. Him and Agnes with the donut shop stuff. Once they started introducing that element that he was starting to be into her, I was like, oh my God, I love this. And I love the fact that Agnes is so much older than him.
Yeah.
Because like, obviously for him and Cha-Cha, like time would just be a construct. Like, who cares? Like, age doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Absolutely not. So I thought that was cool. It was just, God, all the characters were really interesting. And then Vanya's storyline was pretty neat. The bad guy, or not so much the bad guy, but
can we talk about Vanya
the dude who's
for a
dating
second?
Vanya or whatever?
Oh yeah, the a-hole.
Yeah, I absolutely called him as a bad guy. Like the
Oh
minute
yeah,
they met.
as soon
The
as you
minute
see
they
him,
met.
you can tell him that. Call him that. I'm trying to remember because I had seen him in something before this, and like the whole time I was trying to figure out like who the fuck is he? What is his name in this again? Ben, right? Or no, Ben is the brother that's like dead.
Yeah, he's the tentacle monster kid.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
then they give him another name and they figure out who he is.
Yeah. And I couldn't figure out like what the fuck he was in before. But he was in, damn it. Keep talking until I find it.
Well, thank you for interrupting me for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, the Vanya stuff was fucking Christ. What? No, I'm gonna just wait now.
Okay, no, for the Vanya stuff, no, I wanted to say something about that. Can we say that the because this comic came out, the first issues of these comics came out in 2007.
Oh, okay.
So people are like, you know, and even you said something about like the Dark Phoenix thing. Of course, like, you know, 2007, where they're gonna take things from other comics too for some of the powers and shit like that. But can we say this is the first time I think I've seen like a Dark Phoenix storyline done well?
That's what I'm saying. I was watching it, and once you found out she had powers or whatever, I go, oh, they were suppressing her. This is 100% Dark Phoenix. That's what this is. It's like the Dark Phoenix saga, like,
but done better than we've seen.
Yeah.
And of course, I haven't seen the new movie, but I've heard plenty of shit that it's just not good.
I do like the reveal at the end that they essentially caused the apocalypse.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
not really like. Yeah, it's them. Yeah, I guess because
they did it.
Either way, she was gonna do that. Maybe
you don't know that.
We don't know. So
it's all of us. It's all assuming.
Yeah.
And that was neat. I enjoyed that. The stuff with Luther was good, like Space Boy, finding out that his dad was just kind of just left him up there.
Yeah. And it all had to do with the moon after all. There you go.
Yeah, which was funny. It was just the show did so well at starting off with characters that you like and then gave them their moments of backstory that just made them so much cooler.
Yeah.
Like the Vanya stuff, like the reason why they had to have the robot mom.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't even think about it. You're like, yeah, robot mom, I get it. There's a fucking monkey guy running around. Fucking pogos running around.
Like they actually give some backstory on it.
Yeah,
like, as to why.
Why is she a robot? And it's like, oh, that's why, because Vanya fucking kept killing everybody. I was like, that's fucking brilliant. And then, the acting is spot on. Like, I don't know if there's a bad actor in this show. Like, they were all great.
Yeah.
I wish they'd have done a little more with Diego. Because I really liked his character and like his relationship with Patch before she kicked the bucket, and that was really sad. I enjoyed that moment. And then like his stuttering thing, I wish that would have came up a little more often.
Mm-hmm.
But like they do pepper it in a few times when he gets really overly emotional, which I liked. Again, I love the Hazel shit. He is awesome. One of my favorite scenes, and it's because it's some of the weirdest fucking editing in the entire show. The show really did lose its balls somewhere around episode 6. Like their music cues weren't quite as solid as they were making. Like they got back into force on the very last episode.
Mm-hmm.
I would say after right when Vanya slit what's her face's throat,
Okay.
they do the Mad About You song. That's when it felt like the show got back to what it was doing. Like it got back to its original like formula.
Yeah.
Because their music cues were fucking solid like throughout most of the show. And like one of my favorite moments is when Hazel and Cha-Cha burned down the Meritech lab or whatever, and they got fucking stoned.
Yeah.
They got high as shit and burned the place down, and they do like all this really groovy editing, and like the music's really crazy and shit.
Yeah.
I love that. It's one of my favorite scenes put together. Like, I don't know if necessarily because of like the storyline or anything, but just because of like the fun aesthetics of watching it. It was just like a groovy music video.
Dude, I still love like the
fun.
fact that, you know, the 5 comes back and he's like looking for, you know, the stupid fucking eye.
Yeah.
The whole time. And it's just like, I was just thinking to myself when I watched it, like, I love the show. I was just thinking to myself, I was like, there's a lot of shit in here, like, reminiscent to, like, X-Men, and Terminator, and this and that.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, I can get behind that. But, yeah, it definitely made me want to check out the comics for this.
Oh,
because the characters, if they're anything like, well, I heard a lot of, like, stuff that they put into the show, of course, isn't exactly the same, but you don't want it the same.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it looks phenomenal. Netflix, every fucking thing Netflix produces looks great that I've seen.
I don't know if they're good, but they look.
Yeah, they look pretty.
Because I heard that new Katie Sackhoff one's kind of.
I don't know what that is.
One that they just did. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a good show. I really liked it. We're gonna, of course, get to see all the younger versions of themselves. According to
I'm curious what the deal's gonna be with that. Because they have confirmed a season 2, so I'm curious if they're gonna pull a CW and like they all turn into kids and they're all stuck like that. But it's like for 1 or 2 episodes, and then they figure out how to become adults again because you don't want to lose your.
Well, see
your actors.
From what I looked at in the comics of them, they're like broken into like different story arcs for each series. Like it doesn't do a long run. It's like 7 issues per series or some shit, or 10 or something like that. So it could be interesting, you know. I'm
excited. I mean, I thought it was really good. I hope they keep their pseudo artsy aesthetics, like with the lighting and the music cues. Seriously, the music is great. The music choices they do in this are fucking incredible.
It's depending on how they do it, because in the comics too, they were always kids.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering if like this was to set it up, and then they're just gonna be kids again. Then it's gonna be like a Stranger Things again, and it's kind of like I don't know how well it would work that way, because we already love these characters, these actors.
I really do, and the actors are fucking great. Like they were just, I mean, there were so many things you'd think you'd fucking hate, and then they end up being some of the cooler parts. Like the fact that Luther looks like a big dumb fucking idiot in his costume.
Yeah.
When he's first introduced, he's just this big, overly beefy looking dude.
Yeah.
And I go, he looks like an asshole. And then when they have the big reveal of why he looks like that, I go, oh, I take it all back. That's fucking awesome. Like, that's so great. Like, wow. Good job, show. And, like, again, like, stuff with Klaus, like, you just wonder what he has a huge arc, and he's just really interesting. And, like, again, like, I think it's episode 7. It's the one where, like, Luther ends up at a rave, and it's right after 5, went back in time and negated one of the best episodes in the season.
Yeah.
And, that fucking episode's almost unwatchable. It's so fucking bad. I could almost skip it. Because I think there's only like 2 or 3 like story elements that are even that important.
Yeah, honestly, that episode really is just there as like 1, a filler, and 2, like to place the figures where they need to be for the following episodes.
It's totally what it felt like. It felt like this empty like all their characters were like not even acting. They were just saying words that like it felt like their characters would have said 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
And it was just like, we're rolling through the motion. It's like, well, remember, I like drugs. And it's like, oh God, I hate this.
Yeah.
That's so fucking bad.
And then you also like lose out basically, because the episode before that, you got to see Klaus have that cool interaction. I believe it was that episode. where he was like tied to the chair and shit like that. Was
Oh
that
yeah, with
episode?
him and with Hazel and Cha-Cha when they were like torturing him,
No, no.
or him and Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
was
that's
he was able to see like his lover from the war and all that stuff and all that. But then all that's taken back away, and then all of a sudden randomly he somehow is able to go back into it again.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, Michael. I hate it so much. It was just fuck. And it was so funny because everybody's like, "Oh, it's time travel." It's like, nah, they do some really good shit with time travel in this movie, and it's literally just because they negated what happened.
Yeah.
That's all that it,
Bro,
I don't like.
honestly,
I don't like reset buttons. I don't like it.
The second he fucking did that, like as soon as they do the whole rewind shit at the end of that episode, and then like he pops in there, and then they end it like that, I was like, why the fuck? No, everything was like laid out just right, and
I almost shit my pants. I was so angry. I wanted to anger fuck something so bad.
I basically looked at Nick and I was like, so this whole fucking episode was a waste. I was like, this was an hour of my life wasted because it means nothing to the story.
It was so fucking dumb. And again, it wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't such a brilliant episode beforehand.
Yeah.
Like it was so perfect.
Yeah.
And it was just like, why? I fucking hate this. And I bring it up all the time. It's like, I don't care about the fact that you do a time travel thing. I don't like the fact that you do a time travel thing and you negate everything you just did.
And can we say if that's how the time travel actually works in their universe, why doesn't the Time Bureau just go and stop the kid from doing the stuff in the first place?
Exactly.
Because if it erases everything that's happened, just go back to when you first picked him up to be part of the Time Bureau and fucking kill him.
And kill him. It's all dumb. It's because at least again, like when I say Flashpoint, I do it because like people still remember parts of it and there are consequences because of it. And it's like, you could still do stuff. And like if those memories are dormant, like you could unlock them and you could still keep the character somehow. It's like all that character progression is just gone.
Yeah.
But then they want to have their cake and eat it too, because then the last two episodes they act like that episode didn't exist and they're all back to being who they were. You know what I mean? It was just like literally 7. You could have just skipped it.
Yeah.
You could have skipped episode 7. You could have had 5 go back in time and then go to credits. Like as soon as he makes the time jump, hit credits and then he's like having a margarita with Hazel. Like I would have been fine with that. I would have been like, what happened? I'd be like, oh, was it all bad? Okay, then don't show me. It's fine. We'll just start here. It'll be fine. Because the ending was solid. Vanya was cool. I want to know why her suit turned why everything turned white. I think that was just because it was cool. I don't know if there was a point to it. Aesthetically, it was neat, but I would really like to know why. Everything just turned white. It was really weird.
Yeah. Now I remember you were texting me and you said something to me about when the douchebag gets hit in the face. Leonard, I think it's Leonard.
Yeah, and it blows his fucking eye.
Yeah, like when he gets knocked out though, like she like goes all fucking Dark Phoenix on everybody. Yeah, and we're just calling it that because they didn't give it a name in the show.
It's so what I'm calling it because it's absolutely what they were trying to do.
But you were like, as soon as he gets hit, it starts raining and stuff, and. Do you still feel that way?
It reminded me of Con Air.
But as soon as the whole thing was, she was the one that made it rain. It was
she
her
did?
shit. Yeah. They explained that, like they didn't fucking physically explain, like verbally explain it. You. But they showed how her powers were always like controlling shit like that.
Controlling the weather?
Yeah, they showed it in when she fucking killed her sister, even.
Am I crazy?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. When she not when she killed her sister, when she slit her sister's throat.
Yeah.
With a fucking feather, apparently.
Is that what that was?
It's the violin thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just thought she was like a cloak and dagger thing, like like she does like light power stuff.
No, it was her not violin, but what did she play? She played the
it's violin.
Was it violin? It wasn't a cello?
That's violin.
Okay.
Violin.
Yeah.
God, could you imagine if she had to carry a fucking cello around all season?
For some reason, I thought she did.
You know what a cello is, right? Because you kept making the violin thing, but you're like a cello. You know what a cello is, right?
Yeah. For some reason, I pictured her like playing the big ass but yeah.
Okay.
But no, it was.
if
it
you're
was
curious-
another Netflix show that she played. That okay, never mind.
Gotcha.
I'm confusing shows.
The if you wanted the other one, it's called the viola. Nowhere near a cello, my man. Nowhere near. Fiddle, violin, viola.
Oh,
go.
okay.
Wow. So is that part getting cut?
No, there was another show I had just watched recently that the whole thing, the chick was playing the cello. That was like the background of the story and stuff. And that's why I guess I just mixed it up because I watched that after Umbrella Academy.
God, likely story, Michael. Likely story.
What was that show called? Because that was a movie that you should fucking watch. I told Miguel, who was on our podcast for the diversity stuff that we did, to watch that because I was like, dude, you'll love this, and he freaking loved it. And I was like, just messing with him. I didn't think he'd actually like it.
God.
I just sent him to go watch it. I was like, you should check this out. Like, you guys would love this. Not, thinking it wasn't something he would actually watch. Like, if he saw the trailer, I was like, just don't watch the trailer. Just go watch it, bro. And he watched it, and he's like, yeah, you were right. We love that. I was like, damn, okay.
Well, there you go.
Oh, man. Yeah, so, Umbrella Academy.
If anybody's... What?
Here's something, because Nikki found this very, like, cool. Like, she's like, that's so cool. They do it, like, all the time. That's so cool when we watch the show. And I was just like, whatever. So I wanted your input on it. Maybe you can bring the fight back up.
Oh, God.
Every episode, they, like, start off, and then they'd have the Umbrella Academy thing show up on the umbrellas and shit. Did you dig that or no?
I fucking love that.
That was fucking retarded. It's so stupid, so cheesy. You guys are retarded. You and Nikki are both retarded.
Why? How? It's called Umbrella Academy, and he buys an umbrella store. It actually ties in.
Every episode, though, they did that. Every episode.
You're an idiot.
It was
They do it
annoying.
every episode.
It was cool the first time.
Did you
then
think
it was
that's
like
maybe
just
the
annoying.
point?
It was annoying.
Oh my God.
You
know what's also
just like, oh, they're gonna do it here, and they fucking did it. I was like,
you know what's really annoying, Michael? When they do the opening credits of a show, they do it every episode. It's so dumb.
That's why Netflix lets you skip the intro.
Oh my God, Michael. Oh my God. You do also realize this is a comic book show as well, right? They do an aesthetic, and the fact, like, it's a symbol of the entire thing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, you know what's really annoying? When the umbrella company symbol is in all the Resident Evil movies. They do it in every movie. It makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Oh
it
my
makes no
God.
sense.
Oh my God.
No, you know the one movie intro that really got me, and I just cracked up in the theater, was I think it was Fast and Furious 6.
Oh no.
When they like did that big like intro where they were all just like walking in together. I was like, is this a fucking TV show now or what?
Oh my God.
Do you remember that or no?
Oh,
I think it was after The Rock was in it, so it was Fast 6. It had to be Fast
I don't know
6.
like any of those movies. I think I saw Fast 7 and I don't even remember it.
You remember Fast 7. That was the tearjerker
Dude,
one at the end. Come on. Everybody remembers that.
I don't even think I saw it. Dude,
you're not allowed to watch movies anymore, bro.
Fast and Furious 2, Too Fast, Too Furious is still my favorite. Best soundtrack. It's terrible. It's like watching a fucking retarded video game.
Too Fast, Too Furious?
Yeah, it's the probably, other than Tokyo Drift, it's probably the worst movie in the franchise, and I love it absolutely with my entire soul. I might have to do commentary on that one because I'm hungry. Fucking God, really. I could maybe give you some of the like Umbrella like reveals were dumb, but I love the fact that they tried. But I love the fact that they tried, like, because some of them were really good, and like there was maybe 2 bad ones. They were easily shooting over 50%, so I'll give you that.
Well, you know what? Since you're agreeing with my wife, we're cutting that.
Nailed it. To be fair, I agree with her apparently on a lot of stuff. compared to you. You are on a lonely, sad island by yourself, my man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. She doesn't. She doesn't
still
like
agree
any
with
of the
Rogue
Kevin
One.
Smith stuff. So
What?
she doesn't like any of the Kevin Smith stuff. So you guys can you can talk
Any
to her
of it?
about
I don't believe that. Any of it? I don't believe it.
because I talked about them so much back in the day.
I could see that.
You're
You're quite a hype
she
man.
won't watch Tusk again.
I can believe that.
Which it's actually a really good movie. It's a
I
fun
find that
movie.
I still find to be that's unfair because I don't really lump those in with the
Yeah,
universe.
I know what you mean, but I'm saying, and then she won't watch Yoga Hosers. I don't remember
Same.
if she watched it the first time with me, but she won't watch it. I'm like, it's a spin-off of the movie you already watched. You have to watch it. It's like
You don't have to.
Yeah, you have to.
But what if you don't like
have
the
to.
movie?
This is why
If you
I
don't
have
like-
to watch every movie in a franchise because they just keep doing it, and I need to see what fucking stupid storyline they're gonna do. Except for
That
How
makes
High
no
2,
sense.
because that is not a direct sequel, and fuck them for How High 2. Yes, I'm
You
still
have
on that.
you have no standards, Michael. Like all I find out, it's like, do I do? Well, is it Tuesday? Then maybe. It's like-
my movie
It's
stuff
so
is
funny.
like this. It's like a
It's
fucking
literally how
sound
to-
wave.
It's literally like, how do I feel when I wake up? Is this my rule for the day? I'm gonna make a rule today. Fucking like, cause Mr. Hype Man on Unicorn Store, I'm like 100%. If I'd have watched Unicorn Store the day you told me to watch it, I would have fucking hated it. The fact that I was just sitting down going, I got an hour and 20 minutes to kill. Fuck it, I'll watch it.
See,
I was like,
I'm like all over the board too because there's like bad movies I'll love, and then there's like good movies I'll just hate.
oh, the things that you, I was so amazed that you were so meh about Shazam, because like Shazam's not like super awesome because there are a lot of like writing holes and really it's so campy and cheesy, but I was like, but I feel like they set that with like his suit and like the way they like Dominates, the guy who plays Shazam or whatever, who plays the mystical god that Billy gets his shit from. He looks like a fucking dickhead. He looks so dumb in his costume.
I wonder if they do a sequel, if they'll bring him back like for some reason.
I don't see why you would. I mean, I
Flashback
guess
shit.
Yeah,
Because
like
if they're
Force
gonna do
Ghost.
Black Adam, then you know.
Yeah, I guess.
Force Ghost.
No, like, I mean, I got like 2 or 3 parts in the movie that I fucking can't stand, but I'm like, it was good up to get there though. Like how the villain finds out about Billy and like all that stuff. I'm like, oh my God, kill me.
Yeah.
Like he's in the fucking mall and he sees the news thing and the kid's talking to Shazam. I'm like, I was like, that makes sense. Now we could just cut to him like figuring it out. You know, it's like the internet exists. It wouldn't be that hard to find the kid. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But no, we fucking pan left and the fucking kid's literally standing there going, Billy, hey Billy, and I'm like,
no. He saw the kid saying Billy first, and then the TV thing popped up, and then he put 2 and 2 together.
But either way, it's dumb. It's so on the nose and lame.
Yeah,
It was just
I mean,
it was so obvious. But
the
those
movie
that
was made for 12 and 13-year-olds, John.
But like, yeah, especially with the 7 deadly sins biting people's heads off. and,
Yes.
like, dramatic slow-mo
It's not like
car
they
crash at
showed
the
any
beginning.
blood. Come on. Have you seen
And you said 12-year-olds. Do you know
cartoons?
what it's rated, Michael? You are literally wrong. That's funny. I don't know.
It's rated
like-
PG-12.
Yeah,
It's
nailed
new
it.
rating.
I suck. I'm sorry. I still love that fucking movie because it's like the stuff in the convenience store is so great. It's like, you got bullet immunity. Well, no, we got to know, is it the suit or is it you? Shoot him in the face. I fucking died in the theater. I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
know,
that
you couldn't just, shoot him in the fucking hand first.
but yelling face is so much fun. Shoot him in the face. Yeah, shoot me in the face.
Yeah, that's how we want to teach kids how to see if they're bullet immune. Fucktards.
Well, hey, at least we'd know for sure. Hey,
that's how
2
you
birds
weed out the weak, right?
but also 2 birds with 1 stone. Maybe you could reanimate. Maybe you're Wolverine. We'll just check both boxes off.
Or
right?
maybe you're nothing and you're hallucinating that you have superpowers because you tripped on some weird shit and you
then
just
we
got
just
shot
need
in the face.
Hey, it's better than eating your friend's heart because you're on bath salts. That literally happened.
To you?
In Florida, no less. Oh man, we haven't done a Florida or fake news in a while.
Fake news. We don't
might-
need to do a fake news. There's plenty of it out there.
God, no kidding. I might have to do that next time we have a guest. I'm gonna put a list together, and the next time we have a guest, we're playing that shit. Oh no, the lawnmowers are coming. I can feel it, Michael. I don't want them to come. They're coming for me, not in a good way.
All right, so
what else, man?
we're gonna sit this here.
We got. Oh, there. I guess to jump back, you were talking about the Jane Silent Bob reboot. Do you hear that Kevin Smith got Matt Damon to show back up too?
Yeah. He is actually playing Loki again,
Which I'm fucking so pumped
which I didn't really want to know that he was playing.
I
him
wish I
again.
hadn't known that. I wish I.
And then like just hearing hearing the story, because Kevin Smith has this thing where he just anything he works on, he just has to talk about it. Like he has a couple projects that he's working on for other studios, and I'm like, how are you not telling me? Come on, like it's like anything that he does himself, he tells the whole world, and it's like,
Well, it's 'cause he
those are
doesn't
the
have to-
projects I don't want to know about, bro, because I want to be surprised, you know.
It's called an NDA, dude. He can't. He's not
I
gonna make himself.
understand that, but
He's
he
not gonna
needs to
sell.
sign.
He's not gonna sign his own.
He needs to sign
NDA.
his own because
That's
the
so
fuck, dude.
But Michael, no, it's because of the toys and marketing. That's why.
That's totally not right. Anyways,
That is so funny. I literally did your argument to you. It
No,
was so
dude,
great.
like
that felt real good. That felt really good.
because he hasn't really said much about like the Howard the Duck series, but again, like there's nothing to be said yet. They haven't even started writing that. And he's working on something else with Mark Bernardin that they're just really hush hush about, actually. So it was. I'm kind of interested to see. That's the one project I really want to know what it is. But he said they're gonna announce it around August something or another. So
Cool.
it'd be interesting to see.
No, I'm excited. I hope that movie's good. I'm very excited to see it.
And I'm gonna put my hat out there, and the whole internet should. What little bit of the internet we actually reach. Mark Bernardin wants to write or even co-write the Blade movie. So hey, let's have that happen because he's a huge fucking fan.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and he's a good writer. You know, and there's lots of big fans out there that aren't good writers, but he's actually a good writer.
What else did he write?
He actually did. He does his own comics. He wrote on the Castle Rock show that's on Hulu.
Oh, I've heard good things.
He's wrote on a bunch of shows. He has a bunch of stuff coming out that he's actually worked on, and then he just got a comic distribution deal on the new comic that he did, about autism. Yeah, it's interesting because his daughter has it and stuff. So he was talking about it. So, yeah. All right. So, he's playing Loki again. But my story. See, I'm starting to ramble like his ass does. He was talking about it and how he said, Loki died in Dogma.
Yep.
But his wife is like, oh, it's a shame you don't know the writer.
Yeah, that was fucking
I was just like, that's fucking hilarious. That would be something Nikki would say to me. It'd be like, oh, it's a shame that you just can't change it and write it up. So basically what we're saying is, in movies, if your name is Loki, you just can't die.
I like it. I approve.
I approve of this message. Was there any other big cameos or something that you saw in the trailer that you liked?
I didn't know that Supergirl Melissa Benoist. She's playing Chronic. I didn't know.
Dude,
that.
she looks fucking dope in that Chronic costume.
It does look cool. And fucking Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
big pudgy ass.
So
in
you
the
have
Batman
Batman and Superman, or Supergirl.
It's fucking great.
It's pretty dope.
I fucking love the internet. Because when they were doing all the race change jokes and stuff for Ariel or whatever,
Yeah.
there was a picture of He-Man, and then they
Oh,
changed
yeah,
the
yeah,
color
yeah.
and made it look like Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Fucking Terry Crews went and put the costume on and did the close up the fucking picture and posted it online. I go, God damn it! I laughed for like 10 minutes. It was fucking brilliant.
This is why you gotta love celebrities that would actually do shit like that.
God, who just get it? They understand what the internet is. It's like, well done, sir. I salute you.
And it's he's not doing anything right now anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there
Let's
any
see
other
what
thing
else.
though from the trailer besides those two things that you picked up on? Did you see Thor's in the movie?
Nothing I really am trying to see or find out. I'm just ready to watch it. I don't.
Are
want
you
too much-
gonna do, because they're doing like the Fathom events thing for it?
Mhm.
I don't think it's getting like an official theatrical release. I think they're doing the Fathom thing. Are you gonna go and see it in theaters or wait?
We'll see. I mean, it depends on how much like tickets are. If there's anything close to me. Or,
I think they're like usually $20-$30 or so.
Yeah. I mean, if there's a show like close to me and I can go see it, yeah, I'm absolutely gonna go see it in theaters. If I can't, then bummer. But I'm not gonna go crazy.
I probably will, because I know they do it at the AMC here in town, because that's where they did the DS9 documentary one with them.
Gotcha.
And except I'm hoping this time they'll actually have the swag that they're supposed to fucking have, because the theater I went to did not have the swag for the DS9 doc. And hey guys, if you're out there, send me some swag.
Fucking pandering.
It's not pandering. I just want some swag, bro. For how much you pay for those tickets, it's like I need something else.
Yeah, I suppose. God, I'm just trying to think of anything else that's been exciting in the news.
Oh yes, there is. It is called our 5 minutes of
Are we doing it?
Slashery.
5 minutes of Slashery.
All right, guys. So 5 minutes of Slashery. This is where we talk about horror movies, horror news, anything going on in the horror genre. And when we say horror, we do mean thrillers too, in case any of that shit is hot topic. I don't
Dude,
believe
I
in
love that
segregating
store.
the horror. What's that?
I love that store.
All right, so this time around, I have found out the Jeffrey Reddick, the man who launched the Final Destination films, he is actually working on a new film that they're doing in Tampa right now, and it is called Hank. And it's written and directed by Joe Davison, but it's still being produced by the guy who did Final Destination, Jeffrey Reddick. I
was gonna say Vin Diesel.
So yeah, it seems like it should be a pretty cool piece that they're working on. I don't know any details, even though I know a couple people working on the film. I'm trying to get some details and juicy stuff for you guys, but again, they have to worry about their NDAs that they sign and shit to disclose to me. If you don't know who Jeffrey Reddick is, he was actually in Stranger Things as one of the weird nerdy tech scientist dudes in season 2, I believe. Bigger dude. Just fucking Google his name, you'll find out who he is. But no, definitely if you're horror fans, check out Hank, that's being produced by Jeffrey Reddick. Check that out because he did the Final Destination. The first one was the best one, of course.
Yeah, I could probably give you that.
Of all of them.
The second one had some of the most iconic fucking death scenes, though, but the first one was much better.
Yeah. I've seen every single one. They all just kind of...
Oh,
except
the
for
third
the
one's
first one.
just fucking absurd.
The third
They're
one was
actually-
the
they have
racetrack,
failed,
right? Yeah. Yeah.
Was it?
Or no, the third one was the
There's
bridge.
the three. That was the. Yeah, third one was the bridge. Fourth one was like the roller coaster.
Oh no,
Or-
the
'cause there's
third
the
one was
3D
the
one.
roller coaster.
Which one was the 3D one?
God
was it the
damn
third
it.
one? Was it the third one that was the 3D one? He's going through his fucking DVD library here. Oh, we're doing this. They're all wrapped.
The first one
aren't
was
they?
the best.
Do they still
one.
all have the plastic on them?
No, I've seen every
Okay.
single one of these. The second one was the first one was the airplane. The second one was
The logs.
the
Car
highway.
crash.
The highway.
Yeah.
The third one
Which
was
is-
the roller coaster. The
Okay.
fourth one was
Was the racetrack.
was it?
Yeah, because that's when the guy gets the tire to the face.
No. That was
What?
That was Final Destination 3D. That was the Final Destination 3D. Or no, wait. Oh no, wait. That is the fourth one. I just have it twice.
Yes, you get fucked.
Yeah, because I have it in this one, but I actually have the 3D version of it too. And then the last one, Final Destination 5, was the bridge.
Was when the movie
highway
actually
stuff.
got good again. It was like, I heard the
And
fifth one's actually.
Honestly,
fucking
it was
awesome.
like you have Final Destination, and then kind of when that was fading away, then you got Saw. So they were
Pretty
just like, we need another movie that can show us cool ways to die.
Yep. But then the fifth one did come back and like, actually got good again.
Yeah.
Though.
I would love to direct a Final Destination movie
fuck
and write one, dude.
God, you would. No, thank you.
Why not?
No, thank you.
Dude,
I
get
guess it would be
Candyman to
more
come
interesting.
back and do the voice or
It'd be-
the monitor or the monitor, the cemetery guy.
It would be more fun than a Saw movie. I can tell you that.
All right, so the other news, I think it came out of Comic-Con or it came out around Comic-Con time. They are launching 2 more Halloween movies with Jamie Lee Curtis and whoever decides to put the mask on, I guess.
Sure, why not?
The last one that did come out was the Halloween in 2018. It was supposed to be a direct sequel from the first. They were basically neglecting all of the other Halloweens that came afterwards and the Rob Zombie ones and all that stuff. It was just a direct sequel to the original Halloween movie from I'm not even going to try and guess.
Sure, why not?
And so they're doing a sequel to that sequel, which doesn't make sense because as far as I knew, that was supposed to be the end. It's going to be in 2020, October 2020, for the Halloween Kills. And then 2021 will be Halloween Ends. And hopefully it really does end because... yeah. I mean, the first Rob Zombie one that they did, I liked the director's cut of it because that's the only cut I've actually seen was the director's cut of the original of Rob Zombie's versions.
I mean, what's Jamie Lee Curtis gonna do? Go make more fucking yogurt commercials? I mean, this is a cash cow for her. Why not just keep doing it? If people
She can go do
want her to
Freaky
do it.
Friday too.
Oh God, yeah, with Lindsay Lohan, that'd be great.
Which one looks older, Lindsay Lohan?
Fucking Christ, dude. Ugh.
Oh man.
Mom, I didn't know you had so many track marks in your arm. I know.
But no, like I don't know. Because the first one that they just basically did in 2018 was a direct sequel to the 1978 movie. There, I got the date. To
Yeah,
John
you did-
Carpenter's 1978.
Did you remind it? Did you remind yourself?
And you know, I
Did you
just
Google it?
no, actually, I didn't Google that. I just think it should have just ended there. Like, I mean, they rebooted it with Rob Zombie, and how many fucking sequels did this original franchise get? Like I said, retcons and remakes in horror are fucking stupid. Like, I mean, honestly, that's how the genre has grown so much too. But it's so
and I
annoying.
argue we only say that because people just are not good writers.
Yeah,
If they
yeah.
were good,
I mean,
we'd
no,
be
but
fine.
like even I mean, I don't know.
Because
That's
because I
up
did
to debate with the horror stuff because some of them are good, but like
Yeah.
how they retcon the shit is just like do we really need to see this again? And why are you changing the backstory again and all that bullshit? So
If they changed it better, you'd like it.
if they changed it better, I would like it.
That's what I'm just saying. Because
but
perfect
Halloween has always been like one of those ones too, where it's just like I was never a huge fan of Michael Myers until the Rob Zombie one, the first Rob Zombie one. Like I had watched all the Halloweens before that, and I was like, okay, whatever. But they didn't really show any emotion from Myers himself until the Rob Zombie one. And then I believe in the 2018 one, they might have done some more shit. I didn't watch that one yet.
Gotcha.
But as far as I knew, that was supposed to be the end. And now there's 2 more till the end. And then what happens when they decide they want to make more for the end? Basically, until Jamie Lee Curtis really dies in real life, they're going to keep making these, it seems. Or they're just going to eventually have some stand-in and just CG her face onto them.
Oh, easy. She'll become Melissa Myers, and then they'll reboot it in 3 years, and it'll be Melissa Myers chasing, a young conjoined twin couple or something. I don't know. That's what the reboot will be.
Okay. And with that said,
5 minutes of Slashery.
all right, so that's it for 5 minutes of Slashery. No, man. Do you have any other fun pop shit or any movie? Like, you've been watching a lot of stuff lately. Like,
I'm trying
up,
to,
man?
Michael. I'm trying to. I always feel bad because we always talk about the same shit over and over again. And God, what fucking terrible timing to say that for me. Good job, John. The best fucking. I hate to do it, but somehow Endgame came back into my life. I don't know how I did it.
how was that?
They finally, because the DVDs or whatever, the DVDs and shit are coming out soon or whatever, and so of course it's, as for YouTube, since all that stuff came out, they put all the fucking deleted scenes on YouTube now.
Yeah, I'm not watching any of all that until I buy it.
There's well,
just
see,
because
my thing
I want to see the deleted scenes in better quality than what people are uploading them as, anyways.
Why though? Why? There are
Just
like half of
because.
them are unfinished and have blue screens on them. But my whole thing is I used to buy the DVDs for that stuff,
Yeah.
and
Now
especially with this movie, I was kind of hoping that alternate scenes or like deleted scenes were gonna like maybe fix some problems I had with the movie.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, okay, well, at least if this scene comes in, it's like, okay, maybe they got scrapped for time, or like they didn't think it was right.
I want to talk about one of those scenes. It's probably a scene you were going to bring up, maybe.
I saw them
It's
all.
the biggest. I've only seen one. seen one.
And I know which one you're gonna talk about because the whole internet's fucking sick.
And I want to bitch at the whole internet for it too.
I gotta say, big fucking who cares with the deleted scenes. There is literally nothing of substance in them.
Yeah.
And I'm so not buying this movie.
And honestly, though, with them putting out all the scenes like that, how they do now, because they did it for the last movie too.
They do it for all of them.
All of them. It's like you're losing a lot of money because people aren't gonna buy your shit now.
Well, and also it's not just the company doing it; like YouTubers do it.
Yeah, YouTubers do it, but the company actually does it too.
Well, yeah, now,
but it's also like I don't know, man. I'm because you have the Disney Plus thing coming out too. Disney should hold on to that shit for that.
Yeah,
hold on to it because what their main goal is to make everything a streaming thing. We all get it. No more hard copies of any bullshit, which is going to be so sad the day that ever happens.
It won't happen.
But if it does, it's like that they're going to need a way to keep me, not bitching about like, hey, how come I only get the shit I could have got on a VHS tape right here, So, but that one scene that came out that everybody's talking about, the one where they're kneeling and all that shit.
Where okay, so yeah, it's essentially an extended version of when Tony Stark dies.
Which Spider-Man's not even in that deleted scene one.
Well, to be fair, it's all unprocessed CGI shit. Like, I guarantee you half of those characters aren't there. They were being put in. So I mean, if they'd actually put the scene in the movie and finished it, they would have absolutely just CGI'd everybody in and cleaned it up and done whatever.
I say though, the only one that I respect in that one, besides Cap, because Cap like falls to his knees in it. Like, if we're like reviewing that scene, just say we're reviewing that scene, okay? We're just reviewing that fucking scene. We're reviewing the scene, John. God, you're so not animated today.
It's fucking big. Who cares?
And I'm just like on a bunch of caffeine, so I'm like super animated. But no, dude, as soon as I watched it, like everybody's praising this scene and saying, "Oh, this should have been in the movie." And it's like, one, no. And two, like if you watch it, Hawkeye drops to his knee first.
Yep.
And then you see Black Panther turn backwards and see him on his knee, and then he decides to go on his knee. And like everybody sees it first. It's like, no. Yep. If you want it to be like really hard, you just drop like Cap did. Cap literally dropped to his knees, which is, probably Chris Evans just being an overactor, but still.
I don't know. The fucking scene is stupid. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It was fucking dumb, and I'm so glad it's not.
What would have made the death scene better in that movie, in my opinion, is after Spider-Man's pulled back, Cap can say some fucking words to him before he passes.
That was it. That was the only thing. I was like, I told Hannah, I go, it's fucking annoying. Everybody's like, oh, but it's Pepper. It's like, she's fucking back for these last two movies. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Her story pretty much died in fucking stupid Iron Man 3 that nobody cares about. But all I could think was Cap going, "I forgive you," or something or like, "I'm sorry." Like, he apologizes for the stuff. And they just don't talk about Civil War.
Why the fuck were you gonna say Cap should say "I forgive you"? Motherfucker, Cap was the one.
Yeah.
No.
So that's more what I meant. But I'm like, fucking, because they just don't talk about Civil War, and it just fucking pisses me off. It's so fucking annoying.
And can I say too also something that I just thought of? I don't know why I just thought of it. Captain America is still alive.
Yeah.
When Tony croaks.
Yeah.
But before that, Tony had set up glasses to go to Spider-Man to be the next big thing. But Spider-Man wasn't even there before they went into their big battle and he died. So why didn't he set up for Cap to take it?
It's the same reason.
Or Rhodey, for fuck's sake. Rhodey's already like the Iron Man that's there. He's literally an Iron Man.
He's also fucking military.
He's also an Iron Man. He's not military anymore. They basically booted him.
You don't know that?
Oh, I do know that. Because
no,
there was no fucking
military. The only conversation he had was in fucking
Infinity War.
Infinity War, and all that was is he hung up on him. That doesn't mean anything. Yeah, you're wrong. By the way,
no longer in there.
That deleted scene is still fucking stupid. It's like, oh, we took a knee. It's like, I don't. What, this soccer practice?
Right.
What, do you get a yellow card? What the fuck? This is so stupid. And it was the fact that, like, and then it's like, well, Hawkeye goes down to his knees. We literally saw him do that for Scarlett Johansson. We're just replaying it again. I fucking Christ. I was so dumb. And it just extended this really long
When did he do that
already.
for ScarJo?
When he got back and he's on the platform. He comes back and he's just right onto his knees.
Oh, yeah, he fell down. Yeah.
So, I know it feels it's a little late, but it's still in the news, so I'm okay with it. Fucking, Michael, are you a fan of Broadway or musicals or any of that
I
stuff?
am a fan of musicals, actually.
Really? Do you have any special ones in mind that come...
live shows or movies
in general, or both. I mean, example, I'd say I really like the Lion King animated movie.
Okay.
Not the updated animated movie that came out.
Yeah.
But I also have seen the Broadway show, and it's fucking incredible, and I love it very, very much. Same with Phantom of the Opera. Again, I love the stage show. The fucking live action one they did with what's it fucking like Clive or Gerard Butler? Actually wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like super great. I still prefer the original soundtrack and stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, that's really good. But how about you? What do you got?
As far as like anything that I've seen live and in movie would be Grease.
Okay.
Grease, the first movie, and then I saw it in play as well. Along with, oh my God, there's so fucking many. Don't go down this rabbit hole, bro.
What?
Okay,
I've
so
seen, like,
other
I
than
saw
that,
Spam
I
a lot.
mean, I would
That's good.
say, Little Shop of Horrors with Rick Moranis, that version of it.
Yep.
The
I
movie.
fucking love that movie.
We actually did that back in high school too, and we rented this fucking giant costume plant that we had.
Yep.
So expensive. I think it cost us like $1,000 to have it for the week.
I actually starred as Seymour in
Did you?
in the college play. Yeah, I had to do. They gave you like a little finger puppet almost to use when he first started, and then I had like a big ass puppet. Like when he's like in the like plant pot stage.
The big plot, yeah.
Yeah, and then we built this fucking huge one that we could actually put people into. So I actually had to like pick up this girl and actually like fucking softly drop her into this fucking huge plant, which I feel really bad. I will never say her name, but she was pretty heavy at the time, very compact girl, and I was a gigantic pussy back then. I was I was as big a wuss as I was back then, but like I weighed a lot less and couldn't lift as much. I was a soccer player coming in at like maybe 145, 160 pounds, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I could maybe bench 200 pounds, like 250. Which I guess in the ratio scheme of things, it wasn't that bad, but trying to pick her up and like gently put her into this plant was, I was sweating my ass off. I was like, I actually had to ask audio to maybe mute my mic when I picked her up to do that,
so you didn't hear
exactly, or like the like when I was trying to like lower it, I'm like, I feel really bad, but yeah, God, I fucking love that show. That was great. Yeah, God, Rick Moranis as him was so good.
Yeah. And of course, because we performed that one, so I've seen it live too, because we actually took a trip to go see a live performance of it to understand how the stage techniques were going to work, because the high school I went to was not in the city I grew up in. So it was a very rich high school.
Gotcha.
They had just built the theater there was better than the town's theater.
Yeah.
With full catwalk and everything. And I was I was orgasming for theater in there.
Our college that I went, it was the community college, and I was kind of from a small town, so that was the arena. That's when big shows come in, when Avenue Q came in. Oh fuck, Avenue Q! I love Avenue Q. We went and saw that, and they do it in that auditorium, so that was pretty.
We did a version of The Wiz.
Fun.
And this was interesting because it was primarily a very white school.
Ooh, okay.
So the main cast people, the witch and Dorothy and all that stuff, were all the black actors.
Okay.
We actually cast black actors. We didn't go blackface or nothing there.
Oh my God.
So, because somebody was like, well, this person's good. Couldn't we just, I was like, no. And this was back in 2004. I was still no. Are you fucking retarded? So we all the main cast members were black, so we were able to perform The Wiz, and I liked that performance, though the one that we actually did in high school, a lot, because I was doing the audio board and stuff, so I got to actually watch the entire play as it performed and all that. And we had it set up so the monkey would jump off the catwalk and would literally fly around the auditorium and stuff.
That'd be terrifying.
It was so awesome. And I got to test it out because no one wanted to test it the first time. But yeah, it was really cool because that was a very big actual theater. Like, it was legit built for it, not like some high schools where they just use their gym or something like that.
Yeah, which I've had to do that too. That sucks.
Yeah.
That's always the fucking worst.
Yeah. The first high school I went to was a boarding school, and it was a Lutheran boarding school. And they didn't have a theater, but they had the chapel.
Yeah.
And so we had to perform the plays there, and the sets were just always made out of cardboard and shit. Yeah. So when I went to that school the next year, I was like, this is awesome.
I made it.
But yeah, other than those ones, like I even liked Grease 2, the movie. I mean, it had some fun musical pieces in it.
It is so not as good as the first one, but it's
Where does
right.
the balling go?
Oh my god, you
Sweeney Todd, the play.
I didn't like the movie.
The movie was all right. It wasn't like anything groundbreaking with Johnny Depp. I actually did really like the movie. Oh shit, what is it called? The opera one that the guy who did Darren Lynn Bousman did. Oh shit.
The opera
one. Yeah, the opera one.
Repo the Genetic Opera?
Yeah, Repo the Genetic Opera.
I was going to ask if you'd ever seen that because I was like fucking Giles singing. Of course you've seen that. There's no way.
That was like one of the coolest things because I remember, Giles and Buffy singing, and I fell in love with his voice when he did that, when they did the musical episode. And then like they did Repo and he was in there. He was actually in Sweeney Todd as well.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I did not. In the Tim Burton movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
That may have tipped the scales if maybe I'll finally watch it.
Yeah.
Because I watched all the musical performances to see if I'd like the movie. And I was like, because I mean, like, let's be fair. If you don't like the thing you're like there for, it's like,
right.
Why bother?
Right.
God,
it's hard because like I'll still listen to the actual soundtrack to the Sweeney Todd one, and it's like I'll listen to it and then I'll go and listen to like Genetic Opera soundtrack. And I'm like, bro, like, this is so much better than the Sweeney Todd soundtrack because of the voices that are singing in it,
well, and also like I feel like I don't know, like the songs in Repo like pertained a lot more to what was happening, or something. I don't know.
No. I mean,
I know it's hard. It's weird. It's like because I didn't necessarily like Repo, but I thought it was cool. Like I was like, I'm glad I watched it, but it's not something like I would go seek out again. I think Hannah liked it because it's
one of those themed movies too, where it's like you gotta like that style of the movie, not just the music itself. Yeah, and if you don't like a musical too, it's kind of rough too. But they actually, because Repo was cool because it was like I'm not gonna say one of the first musicals, but it's one of those musicals that dealt with like more of like a gothic style, but also with like a lot of rock heavy music and shit like that, which was pretty dope. Which you don't get in like your traditional musical movies and stuff like the High School Musical. Well, I never watched those. I'm gonna be out on front street. I won't watch those movies.
They're honestly, I'm not kidding. I don't know if I ever saw the third one. I can't remember if I saw the third. They're really not that bad. They're really not. They're not that bad.
Cause see, when things like that are like I'll watch Grease, even though like that is like straight up on Front Street. Like, this is a fucking musical movie. We know it. But then like I saw High School Musical come out, and I was just like, this looks nothing like anything I want to watch ever.
Yeah, it's.
And then like High School Musical 2 came out, and I was like, this is still nothing I ever want to watch.
I think you should watch it for the fun of it. It's
oh god, no.
They're pretty.
Just like Glee, when Glee came out, I was like, okay. and I watched like 2 episodes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't get into it.
Oh, that show's fucking trash. I don't care what anybody says, but fucking Christ, dude. I will watch every performance in the show, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally just like, oh my God.
Somebody told me they did a Grease special on that one, and they're like,
they did all
you like
kinds.
Grease, you should watch this episode. I was like, I don't want to watch the show.
100%, if you ever get bored, if there's songs that you like the popular song, I go literally just like YouTube
And watch those
YouTube the
scenes.
songs and watch the scenes because
Yeah.
there's a great scene with Darren Criss, who played Mixelplick in the Flash crossover.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that put him in the
Yeah.
in the place. Him, and they bring in his brother, who's Matt Bowman, I believe is his name. Just a gorgeous man. Yeah, they do a version of Gautier's Somebody I Used to Know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking great, dude. It's so phenomenal. It's so well done. I just love it. And it's like, it's every now and then they just nail it. Like, I'm not a huge Rocky Horror Picture Show guy, but it was kind of fun to watch them like do their versions. And then there's an episode where fucking Neil Patrick Harris comes in.
Okay.
And him and the teacher sing Dream On.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking brilliant.
That was gonna be another one that I liked, was Neil Patrick Harris's musical that he did. I don't remember the name of it.
Harold and Kumar 3?
No, where he was dressed up as the scientist. I forget what it was called.
Oh, fucking Dr. Horrible sing-along
Yes.
vlog. Fucking
That was fun.
love that. That is one of those. That is one of those ones that everybody always talks about. Like, the whole cast is like, I would love to do a sequel.
Yeah.
I want it to happen so bad, but at the same time, it's so perfect in my mind that like I don't want a sequel to ruin it.
Yeah.
Like, the soundtrack and I also listened to their commentary soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever listened to that?
No.
You should, absolutely, because they literally do their commentary as another soundtrack.
Okay.
Like, they sing all the songs, and it's like a big long. It's like an audio opera. It's so fucking great. It's so good. It's like there's literally a song about Nathan Fillion. God damn it, I'm retarded. Where Nathan Fillion is actually talking about how he's so much cooler than Neil Patrick Harris. Like, it's so great. It's so fucking good, dude. Oh my God, I might watch that again.
Sorry. There was
God, you got me on a nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
There was one that I saw. We went and saw it live. It was based on one that. What is that country singer's name that she was?
Reba McEntire.
No, the big one.
Kelly Clarkson.
No. Older.
From Justin to Kelly, right?
She has
fucking. I saw that movie.
Dolly Parton.
Oh,
She did a musical back in the day.
see, you said big, and I went fat.
big, like
You were talking
boobs,
titties.
Yeah.
Got it. She was working 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's it.
Working 9 to 5.
We went and watched that in our local theater here. That was pretty fun.
that'd be good.
Of course, it didn't have her and shit in it, but yeah. And then
I was in a version of God. There was this what the fuck? It's not Bye Bye Birdie. It's the other Elvis one. It's it's actually like a name of a fucking song. I can't even remember it now.
would you consider Pitch Perfect movies musicals?
Yes,
Because I liked those.
I really like number one.
Yeah, the first one was really good.
I love the first one, and I like elements of the second one. It has some good progression stuff. They double and triple down on the Fat Amy stuff, and I don't care about Rebel Wilson.
Well, it's because she's
really
just they're trying to push her into like the spotlight because
she's so fucking annoying, man. So annoying.
Mamma Mia 2. I saw that for free, and I actually enjoyed it.
Right?
The movie.
I want to see the movies. I think they look great.
And
I don't hate ABBA. ABBA's fine.
I've never seen the first one, but we got I got the press pass to go see the second one, so I went and saw it.
Do you need the first one?
I didn't need it because I completely got most of the shit. Anything I had questions about, I asked Nikki.
because a lot of it's like flashback stuff. It's all it's dealing with the mom, right? Like,
yeah.
See, I want to see that. That looks good. And fucking Cher shows up at the end. I'm like, fuck, I want to see this.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a fun movie. I mean, of course, I went and saw it for free, so I'm definitely never gonna bitch about any movie I see for free. Like, I saw Pitch Perfect 3 for free on the press pass, and I was just
that
like,
movie's a fucking piece of shit.
Holy
fuck, that movie sucks.
Anything with John Lithgow, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that's dope, because he plays a villain in it, and he is like, even in Pitch Perfect 3, his villain is fucking great.
His Australian accent makes me want to stab myself. I just want to die. And again, he was connected to Fat Amy, so it made it worse.
Yeah. I think there was
Hannah! Where's my super? No, it's fuck. What was the play I was in? The community theater Elvis one. Thank you. All Shook Up. That's what it was.
Okay.
God damn it! It was driving me insane. Oh yeah, I was in that one. I enjoyed that. The fucking the Thing.
The Moulin
actor.
Rouge.
Have you ever seen?
Moulin Rouge was fun.
I love Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
And then Chicago has
lot.
some fun stuff in it, but it's not.
Oh,
like
dude, the
best.
movie I love Chicago. It's just I don't know if I necessarily care about like a lot of the songs and stuff.
Yeah.
But god damn, it's shot so cool. Like they do the movie stuff and then they pick their aesthetic where they do like a lot of their musical numbers.
Yeah. They
do them all on a stage essentially. I think the only time they don't necessarily do the musical number like on a stage setting is the fucking when she's All That Jazz.
Okay.
Like they do a lot of the stuff in the prison. Well, no, I guess whenever they get
It's
into
just
the musical,
whenever
they do the stage show and then they come back to life. But fucking John C. Reilly singing Mr. Cellophane is fucking great. Oh my god, it's so simple, but it's so great. I love Chicago. And Renee Zellweger, I never would have thought I'd see her as like a fucking musical actor. And Catherine Zeta-Jones is like, oh my god, she's so good. Even Richard Gere is great. Like the she reached for the gun scene where they're doing the ventriloquism thing. Oh my god, the choreography is absolutely insane.
Oh, fucking Labyrinth. That's technically a musical.
Oh, dude, any fucking Muppet movie.
Yeah.
Pretty much any Muppet movie.
Anyways, basically what I'm trying to say is I love
last
musicals.
one. I gotta say this because I do this every Christmas. I like this rabbit hole we're going down. Muppet Christmas Carol is legit not only my favorite Muppet movie, but it's my favorite telling of A Christmas Carol. I am not kidding you. Because of that movie, I did not know that A Christmas Carol was not a musical. I did not know that. Yeah, I remember because I watch Muppet Christmas Carol every Christmas Eve, if I can. I watch it every year, and I love it, and I know all the songs. And then they did a Christmas Carol with Patrick Stewart for like it was like TNT. It was when they were all making those movies. Like he did a Moby Dick one, and then they did Christmas Carol. I'm watching it. I'm like 20 minutes in. I'm bored as sin. And I go, I'm sitting here. I go, why is no one singing? And then like a year or two later, I was really mad because I fucking hated the movie. And I brought it up to Hannah and I go, this movie sucks. There's no singing. And she goes, you know Christmas Carol's not a musical, right? I go, what? I go, that's bullshit. Fucking Kermit and Miss Piggy and them were doing the songs.
Well, it's
why
like
would
the
it not
same
be a
thing they
musical?
did with Treasure Island, dude.
But that's what I'm saying. But I already knew Treasure Island was, I knew Treasure Island was it's a story. Like I already knew about it because I'd seen Treasure Planet too. It's like, oh yeah, duh. It's all just another adaptation. But it's called A Christmas Carol. I assumed it was a musical, like always a musical. Because the first telling of the Christmas Carol I saw in musical form. I just always, and it made sense to me. Like when the three characters come in, it's like, and the fat guy's like, the big Santa character, come in and know me better, man. Like, I just assumed that was a musical. I felt so dumb for so many years because of that. Oh my God. But okay, now that I told that story and embarrassed the shit out of myself, the whole reason we fucking started talking about this, fucking Cats musical trailer, the new movie
Cats
that came out.
I honestly have never watched the Cats play,
Eh.
heard the songs from Cats. I honestly don't know jack shit about it except for it's about dogs. I mean cats.
Yeah. I know Cats for two reasons. I know
I mean, I
Hannah's got
am married to a woman, so I got some cats here.
There
I
you
mean,
go. You're dumb. Misogyny. Hannah's got the stage DVD movie or whatever. So she loves it. Like, she's a huge super fan of it. Knows all the fucking characters' names and shit. And me, I don't know. I'm like, I know Memories. I know the song Memory. And the other reason I know that song and I can't get it out of my head because it was in Jersey Girl. The Kevin Smith Jersey Girl. Because when they all had to figure out what songs.
Is there another Jersey Girl?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah. There's an actual Jersey Girl movie. Like, I don't remember what her name is.
Okay.
Character. But,
oh yeah, in 2004.
Everybody sings
oh no, that was his.
Memories. Everybody sang Memories from Cats. And I'm just like,
Okay.
oh yeah. That's how I remember that. And then so I couldn't give a shit. I didn't really care. But then
Dude,
I saw
I
the
think
cast.
Jersey Girl, Kevin Smith's Jersey Girl,
Yeah.
is where I first saw a glimpse of Sweeney Todd.
Oh, okay. Mrs. Love, it's me.
And then after I saw that movie and saw it in there, someone invited me to go out to a play, and they're like, it's called Todd. They didn't say Sweeney Todd. They just said Todd. I was like, sure, whatever, let's go. They were paying, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
And then I realized it was the same thing. I was like, I just fucking saw this scene.
Oh my god, that's fucking hysterical. Well, shit, and I always forget that. That's so funny. Because that shit when they play in Mussolini or whatever with Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, that's a glimpse at Sweeney Todd. So I was like, God, just so many references. Like, God, I love.
Me and Nikki were starting to talk about Sweeney Todd the other day because she's like, well, what happened? Because she's like, well, she got killed, but who killed her? Like the Mrs.
Lovitz.
No, Lovitz, yeah. And I was like, I don't think she like died. Like besides in the movie, I don't remember her dying in the play. I don't recall. I'd have to go and actually watch the play again. But I was like, if that's your biggest worry about like the loopholes in the play, I was like, what about half the town fucking disappearing? Yeah. Or what about like this bakery like all of a sudden coming up with good meat? Or what about, hey, my friend just went and got a shave but didn't fucking come back? Like, come on. Like, it's a musical, babe. How I'm talking right now is how I got heated with her with it. I was like, there's so many things, and that's what you're fucking worried about.
Yep. It's like we're watching fucking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He's like, he's got Oompa Loompas, and that's what we're gonna bitch about. No, fucking Cats drops, dude. You hear the cast. You got Idris Elba, you got Taylor Swift. I'm gonna get this right finally because I never got this right when I was recording with Hannah. Dame Judi Dench. Mm-hmm. I could not say her name right to fucking save my life. And like you have all these incredible fucking character actors and stuff and like performers. Jennifer Hudson, Jesus Christ. I'm like, how can this not be good? And then like I see like a behind the scenes thing where like Taylor Swift and Idris Elba are all training for their dance scenes and like you're seeing some of the sets and it's just like, this looks fucking great. Then the trailer drops.
Your girl is in the movie too, bro.
Yeah, Rebel Wilson. Fucking Christ, kill me. God, I can't escape her. The trailer comes. Hannah hadn't seen it. She'd seen some screenshots that people were like memeing about, and she's like, "Oh, I mean, that had to be a joke, right?" Because it was like we just saw like the Sonic thing.
Yeah.
So it was just like, this has to be a joke. This can't be real. Fucking, she sees it, and she just goes, "Oh, it's real? Oh." And the worst part is like we watch it, we can't get over the uncanny valley thing with the face.
Mm-hmm.
And like once we bitched about it and went through the initial reaction, we went back and we paused it and like did like a little like breakdown. The sets and shit look awesome. Like the lighting looks really cool. The props and sets look incredible.
Yeah.
The music, this music's gonna be fire. Like the soundtrack's gonna be incredible. But I can't get over the character design of all the cats. They look fucking dumb. And it's like they have human faces, but some of them look like they're wearing fur coats, but some of them look like they're just straight up nude.
Yeah.
But other ones are actually wearing hats and clothes that fit. It's like there's no consistency in their aesthetic, and it's fucking jarring and annoying.
Not only that, for the PC community that's trying to not sexualize women, so now we're sexualizing cats.
Fucking furries, dude. Fucking furries. It's like a furry.
That's what this movie is for. Is the furries.
Don't even call it cats. Let's just call it furries, and then I'll maybe be okay with it. Like I seriously told Hannah, I go, it's 100% the Sonic problem. It's the uncanny valley. If they'd either made them look just like cats and given them cat faces,
like Cat in the Hat.
Yeah,
because that wasn't. I mean, it was still freaky at the time, but it wasn't like.
Have you ever seen Doctor Who? Like any Doctor Who?
No.
Well, if you get bored, Google the cat
Watch
nurses.
that the rest of your life because it's been out forever.
Well, you only really need to start. Like, if you want to watch the new stuff, just start with season 10. With
I'm gonna say that's Doctor Who's been going since the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
60s or 50s even, actually. I think maybe the 60s.
Is it that far back?
Well, it's
because I know they
just
switch doctors all the time now, but
yeah, they just had their like 50th anniversary like a few years ago.
Yeah.
So but Google cat nurses, the cat lady nurses, and like that's what I'm saying. Like if they had the cat's face and just had a little bit more human emoting, then it would totally be fine. Or if they went the other route and gave everybody costumes, you know, and just gone that route. But it just looks really dumb. It's like kind of what's wrong with the MCU's like superhero suits. Like they're overly CGI'd and polished.
Yeah.
So it's like, even though they're all there performing and doing cool shit, it looks fake. Even though you have this awesome set, it just looks like you have a bunch of cartoons running around, and then you see them and they look overly human, and it's just fucking dumb. Like, somebody did a re-render of Sonic, the Sonic trailer, with a character that looks like Sonic from the cartoon.
Yeah.
And it made the rest of the CGI not look as bad. Because it just like it like, I don't know, brought everything down to the cartoony level. So when they were doing really overtly cartoony dumb shit, you bought it. It made more sense.
Kind of like when they did, and I felt really sad watching this movie, and we recently watched it this year. The Woody Woodpecker movie from back in the day.
Exactly. Or Yogi Bear.
I like Yogi Bear more than the Woody Woodpecker movie.
I would absolutely agree, but
I never knew there was even a Woody Woodpecker movie until like a few months ago, and I wish I never would have known there was a Woody Woodpecker movie.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's just.
So do you think because Paramount went back and they're supposedly quote unquote fixing Sonic, do you think Warner Brothers is going to do the same for cats, or do you think they're just going to be like, fuck you guys?
I think they're going to say fuck you guys and just do it.
Because if anything, like, so Paramount took this as like a critique, and they're like, okay, we're going to fix it for the fans.
Yeah.
But then people were also complaining about Lion King before that came out too. Disney was like, fuck you guys. So do you think Warner Brothers is just going to be like, you know what, fuck it. We're going to put out what we want to put out, and that's that?
I would argue that they're different reasonings. Because like with the Sonic thing, he doesn't look like the character.
Right.
Like at all.
Someone could say for Lion King they didn't look like the characters either.
But the whole point of that was to make them look as realistic as possible. That was the thing.
That was the stupid thing.
Which I think was also stupid. I was like, you could have maybe given some of their character attributes to them and, you know, put a little more color into it.
Yeah.
Which could have been fun.
They didn't you do that technique, if you want to call it, on when they did Beauty and the Beast. They didn't like make the candlestick look like a real fucking candlestick.
Exactly. And so I wouldn't assume that they would go back and change this.
Yeah.
I don't think they care enough. I'm sure people are looking at it, it's just a musical, and they're just kind of trying to bank off like Greatest Showman and a couple of those other things that we haven't seen in a while. And
It'll be interesting to see what that movie does box office wise. I'm gonna pay attention to it just because I'm curious as to like, because there's always those movies that get a shitload of backlash because of the trailer, but then they still make a buttload of fucking money.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be that a lot of people are also jumping on the ones that don't care. They're still jumping on that. This looks scary as shit. Trend.
I don't think anybody's gonna go see this movie.
No.
I think people who are huge fans of Cats, the musical, they're gonna watch the old one, the actual stage one with costumes, and it actually looks good.
Yeah.
sounds
See,
good.
if this, I think again, I don't know anything about Cats that much besides like random tidbits I've seen here and there.
Yeah.
But like, I think if they would have went the route like Chicago did and shot it like in costumes and shit like that instead,
That's what I'm saying. They needed to pick a side. That was the problem. They didn't pick a side. It was either do them all in costume and put them on this cool set and do some, or give them these weird bodysuits, make them look like cats, but you have to make their face look like cats.
Right.
Like they
go
have
Avatar,
to look like cats.
Avatar style.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly. No, that's absolutely it.
And this
you
is
have
like
to
what?
change it.
10 years? No. 10 years after
10
Avatar.
years.
I'm gonna say.
So I'm like, they just didn't pick a side. That was the problem. And I was telling Hannah, I go, 100%. They go back and change their faces. I'll go see this.
Yeah.
I'll go see it. Otherwise, I told her, I go, soundtrack's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm just gonna listen to the soundtrack, and when it comes out on DVD, maybe we'll Redbox it or something for like a buck.
If this went like straight to Netflix, I would totally watch it right away.
I would watch
just
it on Netflix.
to like see, because visually it looks cool. It's just the cats themselves.
It's literally the character design.
Like what's the main actress's name?
Francesca something.
Okay, not her then. Taylor Swift's character. Like, I'm looking at a picture right now. And it's like it looks like Taylor Swift, but like with a headpiece kind of. It has her ears, and that's you know, and furry. I'm like, a cat doesn't look like this.
Yeah,
a cat doesn't have eye makeup on and either.
Yeah, and then people would be like, well, they want to make it kind of realistic. I'm like, well, then they CGI out their buttholes. How about that?
Yeah.
So shut up. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just, you need to pick a side.
And from what I remember of the trailer, because I've only watched it once, I'm not going to go watch it again. Rebel Wilson's character reminds me of like a character from like Tom and Jerry. The way she's just dancing around, and then she's like small compared to everything. It looks like fucking Jerry.
I just wanted to die.
The mouse, guys. The mouse.
I just wanted to die. It was so terrible. The set pieces and shit. Like when they're jumping around in the big bedroom and like feathers are going. I was like, this looks fucking dope. I was like, this is so cool. And then boom, zoom in on somebody's face, and I go, I can't watch this right now. So like I said, if the soundtrack is really solid, I'm probably gonna buy the soundtrack, and then yeah, probably watch it on Netflix if it hits Netflix, or I'll Redbox it one day just to see it and look at it and go, oh yeah, that does look fucking terrible. Or yeah, okay, maybe that was good. But no, the character aesthetic, it turns me off so much. I can't watch that for an hour. I can't. It's too brutal. I could barely get through it for 2 minutes. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with that. Oh, fucking cartoon I just saw. Because I'm just kind of thinking of animal shit still. Did you ever see? They made a TV show on it too. A little 30-minute cartoon. Barnyard?
Barnyard.
About the cows?
Barnyard. Oh, yeah.
Like Sam Elliott plays a voice, and like a bunch of characters. Like there's actually a bunch of like pretty good actors.
Yeah, it was a TV show based. It was a TV show, right?
I think it was a movie, and then they made a 30-minute cartoon
series
show
on it.
Yeah.
Of like the cows and stuff like that were standing upright and shit.
Yeah.
And they were always like tempting like post office guy or the farmer or some shit like that. One of those things. Yeah. What about it? Go on.
It was like, because this was like in the lieu of when like Jimmy Neutron and all those cartoons were coming.
Yeah.
That fucking movie is great, dude. I did not realize, because I was like, it looked kind of campy, and the animation style was kind of not my dick, and like it wasn't my bag. And,
who was that done by?
I want to say Nickelodeon, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
I'm not entirely
I didn't
sure.
know if like DreamWorks had done it or.
No, this is like back. This is like we're talking
Before then?
like 2000, like 2000 to like 2010 stuff maybe.
Okay.
I don't even know if it ran that long, but it's fucking good, man. If you haven't seen it, watch that with the kiddos. It's good.
I remember watching the show.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
think
the
we
movie's
watched a
really good.
movie.
Yeah, the movie's really good. Sam Elliott plays like the dad, and he's like, it's really good. It has a couple of dark moments, and it was legit. I had to watch it when I was babysitting my niece and nephews, and I was like it was like 10 minutes in. I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch it, but then something happened. I go, this movie's fucking great. I'm like, I'm gonna watch the shit out of this. I ended up finishing. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my big recommendation because the animals look like animals. But yeah, that's God, we went down a huge musical run. But like, yeah, Hannah and I recorded a reaction video for it. And
Okay.
I'm gonna start working on that. And goddamn,
Drop
It was,
it into our group once you're done, bro.
hells yeah.
The
but yeah,
Operation Babble group.
That's pretty much all I got. I got Umbrella Academy. Go absolutely watch it. Push through episode 7 because it is the worst episode in the show easily. Unicorn Store. If you got an hour and 15 minutes to kill, check it out. It's a little different. A 5 out of 10 for me. It's half and half. If I'm in a good mood, I think I might like it. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm not going to get through the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curious about cats, and goddamn, you and I've seen a bunch of musicals.
Oh yeah. Since we did talk about musicals, I got one question for you. If you could choose any movie, franchise, anything like that out there already,
Okay.
what one would you choose to be turned into a musical? Like for one movie, not for like the whole franchise, but one movie. Not necessarily the story that's in that, but like
you're saying what universe or element do you want to see turned into a musical?
Even one that might be coming out that has already been announced, because I have one that would be dope.
That is a really good question. How about you? If you obviously have one, you got to say it, and then that'll buy me a chance to think.
Okay, so for mine, right now is one that has been announced, and I think it would be cool. Now, granted, whatever they're gonna do is gonna be a lot cooler, but it would be cool to see a musical version of like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Could you imagine that? Especially assuming in that movie Doctor Strange meets himself in another multiverse.
That could be fun. Interesting. Oh God, what would I want to see?
Don't worry, John. It's only a 5-hour podcast. No.
I know.
And that's just one that just popped in my head. So I think it'd be kind of cool.
It's hard because I'm also like I'm thinking of them, and then and then I'm like, well, they technically have already been adapted. Some of them have been adapted already.
Yeah, 'cause like Buffy's been adapted into a musical before. Like Flash did their musical, like in that universe.
Well, I'm even
but
saying I love the idea like of a pirate thing. I'd be like, oh yeah, Treasure Island would be great.
Yeah.
But you have a Muppet version. You have Treasure Planet, which is also a musical. You have all this other stuff. Oh man, if I had to fucking pick, that's such a good question, dude.
Yeah.
God, I'm just rolling through like every single like TV show or movie I've ever seen. God, fucking. God, I would argue High School Musical is kind of like that.
Yeah.
I almost had like a sports team one. I was like, that'd be too gay.
Because they technically Marvel's even done like their live action, like their live plays of stuff. Seeing like Loki and the Avengers singing and shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's difficult.
Yeah.
So, to answer, we took a little break. I'm gonna peek behind the corner. We had to redo. I went and checked out my movies.
Okay.
I have 3.
Three movies to become a musical, or 3 movie franchises at least.
Yes.
Not necessarily the story within those movies.
So this is the other way around. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It's my first one.
Okay. Yeah.
It technically kind of is a musical-ish, because there is a lot of singing involved in the movie. But I think this could be turned into a stage show.
Okay.
Have some songs added, and you could probably, manipulate some storylines.
Right.
I think Oh Brother, Where Art Thou would be a great stage show.
Okay.
That'd be fucking awesome. The Mask with Jim Carrey. I think
that would be
really
very
fun.
easy too to change.
That's
into
what I'm.
one.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like he could fuck around with some stuff. They also have to go to the Coco Bongo, so they already have singing involved there.
Mhm.
So really, you'd just be adding a couple of different songs.
Okay.
Because I mean, think about it. You have Cuban Pete. They have that. They have G Baby, Ain't I Good to You. They have the dance stuff. All the dance stuff in the Coco Bongo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he could easily play different characters, and you could manipulate him because he could change his voice and play different characters and do cool. He's essentially like the genie from fucking Aladdin, essentially, just like a darker version. I think that'd be great. And then easily one of my favorite. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is the one I would want the most, but I thought Austin fucking Powers, dude, would be great.
Okay. The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fucking awesome. It's already kind of cartoony. It's got big set pieces, and you would have not only the 70s stuff.
And you could have the
but then you-
fembots as like backup dancers and shit like that.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
great. Like do almost like a Britney Spears-esque, because then you'd be pumped forward to the 90s or whatever.
Yeah.
So you would have different time periods of music. You would have all kinds of costumes. You'd have so many characters. And it's already campy, so it would totally translate. I think it'd be great. I
There
think
you go.
Austin Powers would be a great one. God, what a great question, Michael. That was a fucking brilliant question. Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, that's going to be a good discussion topic, too. I can't wait for you to post that one.
Dun 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 dun. No. Yeah,
That's
I think that's all I got. We did slashery, we did musicals, we did everything.
It's fucking funny. Well, yeah, so I guess I guess I'm just going to go watch more shit. I got more stuff to watch, man.
I'm just gonna keep sending you shit too. Like,
Go
did you
for
watch
it.
this? Did you watch this? Did you watch this? Remember, I broke an 18-year pact with myself to watch a movie for you, bro.
I can't fucking believe it. Whatever though. You ended up getting the other ones. I have a feeling you're gonna finish the trilogy.
Yeah,
Feeling.
picked them all up on Blu-ray for a way cheap price.
God, and I'm so impressed that you got the guy to go down with something that is so bullshit. By the way, it's like, dude, Two Towers is gonna be your favorite. I refuse. Because Two Towers is like the cool middle part where it's like the Helm's Deep battle's like pretty much half the fucking movie. Like,
Yeah.
It's so good.
I told Miguel about that. I was like, yeah, dude, that, because these two were the cheaper ones, and then this one was more expensive. And I was like, I told the guy, I was like, but this is like the worst one. Why is it more expensive? He just laughed his ass off.
I was like, Two Towers. Everybody knows Return of the King is the worst one. God, that's fucking funny.
That's well, I was also at a video game store where they sell Blu-rays and movies, so they don't really care about that shit. So,
But I still got Tusk on my list. That's the one I still owe you. But Unicorn Store was the big surprise. The big came out of nowhere. I'll fucking watch it. Why not?
fucking Tusk would be a good one for y'all to do a commentary on and shit.
I think we might. I think we might. If I watch it, that's how it's gonna get done.
And you should, like, when you start doing your more of your commentaries and stuff, because I know you had you guys did a Aquaman one that John dropped in the Operation Babble group page, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to check that out, join the group and check that out, because it's an hour long, right?
It's only an hour. I do have an actual full movie track, but I figured.
But this is like a full edit too, right?
Yeah, the movie's on it as well. If you click on it, it goes to like a Dropbox thing. So like, don't freak out. I'm not like trying to steal your soul or anything.
It doesn't go to that. It literally just opens up as a player.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I can't get past the bots on YouTube, obviously.
Right.
That's why you'll see like a stupid border around it and shit. I was trying to like get past that.
Yeah.
Obviously not.
Which,
possible.
speaking of YouTube bots and Facebook bots and shit, which I realized for copyright shit, Facebook's a lot easier to put on. I actually posted a video this morning onto the Operation Babble group page, possibly.
Ooh.
And it's basically a fun little video I found online earlier today. And check it out, guys. I have it in our group page and on our actual Operation Babble page. So you don't even have to be part of the group to see it. It's a deleted scene from Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. So then the deleted scene, it basically goes through and it's like trying to explain like where the Terminator got its look of like Arnold and then where it got its voice from. It's pretty fucking funny. I was like, this is freaking hilarious. I'm like, for as bad as the movie was, this wouldn't have made it any worse and it would have been fun. So I definitely recommend people check it out. I think it's like 4 minutes long, if that. I don't recall. But I ripped it straight off YouTube and posted it straight on there so people don't have to go to YouTube or anything to see it. It's literally just there. I was going to rip my DVD to get better quality, but then I realized I don't have the DVD of that movie anymore. I only have the Blu-ray. Yeah. So that's all I have for today. John, anything else?
No, hopefully I'm just gonna dream about these 3 movies being turned into musicals now. Now I want it.
Yeah.
So yeah, nope. Time for me to go watch more shit.
Get to work on writing that shit. Pitch it to some exec or some shit, dude. Come on now.
There you go. Nope, I'm still working on my Inspector Gadget pitch.
Inspector Gadget.
All right, well, with that, I'm going to go watch some shit. You go watch some shit, and we'll go talk some shit on the next shit. All right, later, nerds.
Pieces.
Thanks for tuning in to another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch this episode and more at soundcloud.com/Operation Babble or iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play at Operation Babble or YouTube at Myke Shrews, MYKESHREWS. Have a great day, guys. Peace.